Welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto and NFTs every day. I'm your host with the most, WendyO. If you are brand new to the channel, thank you so much for being here. We do the best when it comes to giving unbiased crypto and sometimes world news, just as long as it's kind of crypto related. And of course, we stand for liberty. So if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to smash a like, give it to us hard and fast, because that's how we like it here. We need to get this information pushed out to as many people as possible. And today we're going to be covering the XRP Ripple $1 million moves. Plus, there's some pretty big news regarding Hedera HashGraph HBAR. So stick around for that. Stick around for that. Also, too, before we get started, I just got to give a big shout out to KS, to Ale, to Kenny, to Brian, to Raider, and to the 69 concurrent viewers that are watching. Also, too, I got to go on a little rant before we get started. We got a poll at the top here. Are you worried about the DeFi crypto contagion? We're going to talk about that. If you haven't heard about the DeFi crypto contagion, we will discuss it because it's actually very scary. And a lot of people don't really understand what is happening. What is happening, because it's not good. And it's going to get a little bit interesting. It's going to get a little interesting. But before we get started, shout out to some of you that love to pull clips of me that don't include the full context. You're ghetto. You're trash. And a lot of other things. This is the thing. It's okay to call people out or to disagree with them and say that. But when you purposely use a piece of media to misrepresent what they're saying, that becomes problematic. And when you purposely, or actually you don't even know what's going on in their personal life and how that can impact them legally with different things, that's going to be another problem. But y'all going to keep doing that anyways because you got nothing better to do. Okay. Got nothing better to do and you're a poor, miserable human being, which is fine too. You know, this is fine too. I don't know what happened to you. I don't know. Maybe you didn't get enough hugs, those types of things like that. But when there's children involved, those are off limits. And sometimes when there's a single parent involved, that should be off limits too. So be careful what you say and be careful what you post. And again, not my problem. Not my problem in any way, shape, or form. I'll deal with the consequences, you know, I'll deal with that. But karma, things that you do, the energy you put there does come back to you. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I've heard some crazy stories. I used to work in healthcare, okay? No, I used to work in healthcare, and some of the crazy stories I would hear about some of my clients, and, you know, they did X, Y, and Z, and then bad stuff ended up happening to them later. God or the universe, the world has a way of dealing with that and taking the trash out itself. So I don't mind, you know, I'm out here doing my, I hate seeing this 60, I don't know what that means. But anyways, I don't even care at this point. Like I have so many people with ill intentions towards me just because I do what I do and I talk what I talk. That it just becomes laughable at this point. You know, the stuff that I've been through in my life would make most people they wouldn't be able to take it. The stuff I see on a daily basis that I have to endure as a person, y'all wouldn't be able to take that. And that's fine. I'm not bragging about it because I wouldn't wish that on anybody. But at the same time, you know, it makes me who I am today. And that's why we are the top crypto and NFT female YouTuber globally. Okay. And we're one of the top female influencers in crypto and NFTs globally. And that's why we will remain that because we're brave hearts. And those of you that are watching, thank you for rocking and supporting. And also to those of you who like to use personal information and dox people, especially when there's children involved, congratulations. Congratulations. But keep it going, please. By means, keep it going, please. Congratulations, you're an amazing person. But anyways, I had to get that out because WendyO likes to put it down, and that's just how we put it down, okay? We've got to put it down. We got 156 concurrent viewers, 53 likes, 53 likes. We need to get it up to at least 67 likes. No, we're just kidding. We need at least 100. But anyway, well, yeah, the thing is I do ignore the trash, but I like to clap back because that's how I am. Because I've been treated like a doormat for a very, very long time in my life. And at this time, I'm very unbothered. Absolutely unbothered. Where can I buy WendyO clothing line? I actually have some, I've got some merch. It's on the website if you want to check it out. We needed it for a couple copyright things, but yeah, I'm still working on it. If I do merch, I want to hire somebody full-time to make like really good merch. Like I would love, is Bitrex legal? I have no idea. This is the thing, you guys. Sometimes you guys pop in here with these random projects that I have never heard of, and I don't have answers for you. All I'm going to tell you, if it is not listed on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko under exchanges or crypto assets, like if somebody reaches out to you and they're like, hey, should I use this exchange? Should I use this exchange? And you don't find it on CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, it's probably not a good exchange, okay? Probably not a good exchange. So let's go ahead and get into it. Good vibes only. I'm actually getting hot. I've been like so warm the last couple days. I don't know why. And this is my natural hair, by the way. Normally, my man gets to see this when I wake up in the morning on some occasions, but y'all get to see it, so you guys get to feel special. So smash a like. Smash a like. Also too, do I use Bittrex? I do, but not anymore. They're shut down in the US. Anyways, you guys, let's get straight into the news. First off, we're gonna do we have shout out to JohnnyO for the $100 super chat. You guys give JohnnyO a round of applause. Give JohnnyO a round of applause. Thank you, JohnnyO, so much. JohnnyO is self-funding this channel, and I appreciate it because all the monetization, all the stuff we earn, it goes back into the company. It goes back to pay, salaries of people. Shout out to my team. You guys help me do amazing things. You guys have also helped me through one of the hardest years of my life, and that also goes to my viewers too. This is probably the hardest year since my father died that I've had to endure, and that says a lot because I'm still struggling with my dad's passing, but. Thank you guys for rocking with me. And if it wasn't for you guys, I don't have no idea what I would do. I don't know how I would be able to get through this. And it just goes to show that water is thicker than blood, and that, sometimes people you don't even know are better than people who you've been rocking with for a very, very long time. But that's okay. That's life. Okay. That's okay. It's life. Good morning to Cade. All right, you guys, let's get into the news. And I still got my bug bites everywhere, and I'm going to be doing some stuff. JohnnyO is a legend. Maybe because it's August. Yeah, it is a bit hot. So, also to you guys, I'm so sorry, Wick. I'm sending your dad love and light and healing. Dads are super, super important. And especially to the dads that are present, that they're there and that they fight for their families. Y'all are amazing. But dads are important, and love your dads. WendyO is doing deadlifts. WendyO's doing deadlifts. Also to you guys, I can't live stream tomorrow. I've got to go with Lo. We're going to do a special birthday thing for her. We're going to do a special birthday thing for her. So I won't be live streaming, but I will have a pre-recorded video for you guys at 10 a.m. PST. Because she comes priority over everything. So we got to do something special, but I'll drop some knowledge for you guys. Anyways, let's get straight into it because I know y'all are hearing me tiring. We have 237 concurrent viewers, only 118 likes. Smash a like. Shout out to Kenny O, a father of 6. Oh, Lord. Actually, shout out to your wife. Shout out to your wife, okay? Because that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work to do. All right, anyways, let's get straight into it. This is the current crypto market cap. Hex is down another 8.7% due to the SEC news. XDC is up 21.6%. CAS is a favorite for a lot of people. That is up 6.1%. Where do I do my crypto trading? I'm currently doing my crypto trading on Femex. The ref link is down below. If you do want to use that ref link or use that exchange or any crypto exchanges, you need to read the terms of services, understand not your keys, not your coins, and understand the risks of keeping yourself on a centralized exchange. Okay. Also, too, the ref link is down below. When you use the ref link, that supports me and the channel. Thoughts on Richard Hart and FCC? I've already given my thoughts yesterday. They need to prove that he is actually guilty. I'm sick of the SEC unjustly going after people. I don't know if he's guilty or not. Now, when we take a look at Bitcoin, okay? Where's my beautiful Bitcoin chart? Here we go. This is the pattern that I'm seeing when it comes to Bitcoin. This is going to be the weekly chart over here. And again, I think that we are just going to teeter-totter, just kind of drop into this area here at about $28,000 and then pop up. Now, when we take a look at the daily is kind of indicating that same thing. It's just a bunch of consolidation. And as we can see, MACD wants to pop up. So we may get a retest over here of about $30,000. Unless we actually break out of that channel, I'm going to raise this a little bit over here. Unless we actually break out of this, descending channel thingy, I'm cool with it. But again, I just think that we're going to continue to go downwards and see what happens. I don't know what part of the cycle we're in. I do know that Litecoin is halving today. Litecoin officially completed the halvening, which means the block rewards get cut in half. So anybody that is mining Litecoin, they're going to get a little bit less rewards, but that's kind of what makes this stuff deflationary. In addition, you guys, Litecoin is very important because it has a lot of the same properties as Bitcoin. Okay. There will never be a Wendy token. If there is a Wendy token, it is not my token. I am not affiliated with it. So please be cautious. Okay. I'm not going to be launching a token. There's no need for a token. But anyways, MACD is indicating that we might get a little bit of a pop up with Bitcoin, but I'm not going to be super excited unless we break above this $30,000 area. Okay. Also too, I'm currently using Femex to trade. I do want to take a look at Litecoin for all of you beautiful people. Litecoin, all you beautiful people. So this is, hold on a second. Let me see. Yeah. JohnnyO, thank you so much for the super chat of the $250. Wow. Thank you so much, JohnnyO. Guys, give JohnnyO a round of applause. Give him a round of applause. JohnnyO successfully paid for my birthday weekend. He paid for my birthday weekend, so thank you so much. Sending you love and light, JohnnyO, and sending you and your beautiful family love and light as well. And you've got my email. You know, you can email me at any time. But JohnnyO successfully paid for my entire birthday, and I really, really appreciate it. It was a little bit of a rough birthday, but it got sorted out, and I had a great time. And this last weekend, I had an amazing time. Like, I got to hang out with my besties, me and Altcoin Daily, and some of our other friends. We had a really, really great time, and it was super cool to hang out with them. They're long-term friends of mine, and just great people. Great people. But anyways, let's get back into the news. And that money will go for Lo to her little Disney trip tomorrow. We'll make sure to get her some fun stuff. Getting ready to get her some fun little stuff. All right, y'all. 137 likes, 258 concurrent viewers. Let's get the likes up. But let's go back to Litecoin, okay? So this is going to be the Litecoin daily chart. And, you know, people will say, oh my God, Litecoin, if there's a halvening, it's going to get super bullish, blah, 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 blah. That's not always the case, okay? Litecoin halves before Bitcoin halves. And right now we saw there was like a bullish pump for, there was a bullish pump for Litecoin like way earlier in the year, I believe. I forgot when it was. But this is the type of pattern we're seeing. And it's kind of similar to Bitcoin. But again, you guys, when you see these types of these charts over here, they generally consolidate and they get the breakout. However, it is looking like we may drop down a little bit more, maybe $82 and possibly like $72. This would be an important area of support that I would be looking for. And then if we do get that bullish breakout, that's what I would see. But right now, it looks like she's going to keep heading downwards. And we're going to talk about the bullish XRP news. But I do want to talk about price action really quick because it's important for you guys. I know you guys absolutely love XRP and the price action. Again, these are just charts. These are not telling you where to buy. These are just areas that I like to look for that I think make sense. And if you have the intelligence to look at these areas as well and come up with a good trading or investing plan, because that's what y'all do. A pedal bike. All right. That little thing is bugging me. There we go. Oh, stupid thing. Anyways, what is this? All right. Okay. Sorry, that was bugging. Okay. As far as XRP goes, she does look like she's going to retest this lower area here of about 66 cents. I'm actually looking to buy in probably, and I'll probably set limit orders. What I'll probably do is I'll probably pull my fibs up in this area and then just set limit orders all the way down over here. And then possibly some more in this area as well. I'll just set limit orders and buy XRP, hold on to it, grift until the next bull run and buy. But right now it's not looking too terribly good. It's looking like we're going to break down below the 66 cent area. And that's where I would be a buyer. Anywhere below 66 cents would be a buy for me. Just because that's where I would like to buy it. Doesn't mean you have to. Okay. But let's get into this story. This is going to be our first story regarding XRP. Okay. So I don't even know what that number is. Let's go ahead and read it because I can't read. All right. Oh, we got some really good stuff to talk about today. Okay. Really, really, really good stuff to talk about. All right. Okay. So Ripple locks massive 800 million XRP. Here's how much XRP the company still owns. So Ripple moved 800 million XRP into its escrow wallet. They made two separate transactions, 500 million XRP and 300 million XRP. That's what I thought that number is, but sometimes you do need to verify. Yes, I do work out. We're getting the booty in the back right. That's what we're working on right now. But this is the whale alert transaction. Also, too, if you guys like on-chain sleuthing, if you like following what's happening on-chain, whale alert provides a really, really great breakdown of these things. Anyways, so these funds were locked back up on August 1st. Ripple released 1 billion XRP coins in line with its plan of monthly programmatic XRP releases. Ripple shared its XRP bags and report. Company owns billions of XRP. Holding can be divided into two categories: escrow and the tokens the company holds on its balance sheet. Escrow holding stands 41 billion, while as a company it owns 5 billion. One of the things that I do want to say about XRP, one of the things I don't like about their tokenomics is that they have so many tokens, but also I understand that might be very important for what they're trying to do fundamentally. Okay. And that was a big gripe I had with XRP in the beginning, but I understand that their business model is essentially money transmitting and, cross-border payments and those things. So they might need to, So they might need that many tokens for that reason. Another thing that I respect Ripple for doing is I respect that they had all this stuff like kind of listed out, like we're going to do this. This is the amount of tokens. This person is getting XYZ with the exact dates. And the reason why that's so important, it's important for accountability and transparency, just so that the community knows, hey, these amount of tokens are going to be released. These will be sold. This will happen. Bah, 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 bah. And this is important because as an investor and a trader, this gives you fundamental information. Like traditional finance people, they like Bloomberg terminals. The reason why people like Bloomberg terminals, it gives the financials, it gives important dates, it gives when X happened, when Y happened, all of those things. So as an investor or trader, you are able to make good conscious choices on the information given. Okay. So if a particular company is indicating that we own this many of the tokens, you can decide, do I want to invest in that? Is it good? Should I invest? Should I not invest? Is it going to make sense? Or if you're somebody who's just like in and out of trades, you could say, you know what? This is good because I can short here or I can long here because if I looked at past history of these unlocks or these actions taking place, this is what price did. And then combine that with technical analysis or whatever that may be. So those are things that we like to talk about on the channel is just different investing ideas or trading ideas. And with that, what I want you guys to do is hear what I say, but listen to yourself. So that means hear the information I gave, continue to do more due diligence on it. Go to Investopedia. Investopedia is a 100% free website. I wish they've sponsored me, but they don't. But it'll indicate a lot of this information that I'm reiterating to, so you guys can, take a look. Anyways, let's get back into the news. But that was an exciting XRP story. We got more. All right, this one is good over here. This one is good. All right, shout out to Freaka OG for tagging me this. CryptoWendyO, huge Hyundai, Genesis, Kia, Hedera HBAR. Love real use cases, and to think how hard it is to get these firms on board is incredible. I like Hyundais. I actually rented Thank you so much for the hearts. They're so pretty. You made me feel beautiful. And thank you guys for the likes. Smash the likes. Thank you for the glitter badges. Thank you for the roses. Roses smell good. I'll make $2.69 on this stream. But anyways, and Hedera, they're doing some cool stuff. I like them. I don't think I have any more tokens of theirs. I think I lost it on Voyager. Who knows? But anyways, this is a really cool story, and let's go ahead and talk about it a little bit more, okay? So Hyundai and Kia are working with Hedera. Car manufacturer Kia and Hyundai introduced an AI-enabled supply chain carbon emissions tracking solution on Hedera. Kia is the largest car manufacturer in South Korea. That makes sense. Why does it make sense? Because South Korea is absolutely booming, and so is Southeast Asia when we're talking about crypto assets. And this is why I do consider moving sometimes. Just because I say like I'm considering moving or I'm thinking about it doesn't mean I am, but it's nice to see other countries absolutely support and endorse crypto and give clear guidelines, okay? So the blockchain-based emissions system would manage the carbon emissions of business partners. Integration with Hedera would assume data integrity, transparency through the supply chains. They're aiming to combat climate change, aiming to build sustainable supply chains inside the company and with their partners. This is going to be important, especially for the United States of America, because the United States of America is so concerned about climate change and carbon footprint and all this BS, okay? That's what they're really concerned about. And the funny thing about the United States of America is our public servants will literally write bills to like make it harder for the underdogs to do things when it comes to driving cars and gas stoves, etc. But they all own private jets, or their parents do, okay? And the interesting thing about this story here is that I want to say that what was it called? T-Food. I think it was T-Food. It was a token that was created. It was a really big project back in 2018. I had the founder on. It was super awesome. It was one of my big interviews, but I think it was T-Food, but it was a supply chain based as well. And blockchain can be used for supply chain. Very, very important, and for tracking a lot of different things. So to me, I feel like that's a valid use case. Do you need a token for that? It kind of depends how the blockchain is set up, but at the same time, it's very interesting. So I like to see the evolution of crypto companies. Like Hedera probably took a lot of, ideas from maybe VeChain or from T-Food, these projects, that aren't, doing too terribly much. Now, again, I'm not saying that VeChain isn't doing anything. Now I'm just saying like the T-Food thing, the supply chain, I haven't heard about them in a long time, but it's cool to see them kind of take those ideas and make them better. And this is why we love capitalism so much, is because capitalism is about competition to see who can do it better. Okay. We talked about Litecoin halving, but really quick reminder, block rewards now halved at 6.2 Litecoin per block. Also too, you guys, this is a very, very, very important story with the SEC, but a lot of people will not talk about it, but we're going to talk about it here because I love you guys and we need to give you all the good information. Also, as far as the stream goes, we have 329 concurrent viewers, only 200 likes. Please make sure to smash a like. When you smash the likes, it pushes this information out to the people, okay? To the people. Shout out to JohnnyO for the $350 super chat. Also to shout out to whoever called me Windy Bear. That's Pew Pew. We love Wendy Bear. Wendy Bear. Oh, shout out to Michael. Y'all, this is Michael in here. Okay, let me tell you something about Michael. I'm using the IRS's framework against them with trust-owned crypto asset accounts. Michael, you're going to have to come on the account or on the channel and talk and show what you're working on. What Michael's working on is actually super cool. Basically, what he's doing is he's utilizing smart contracts to, do you think this... but what he's doing is he's using smart contracts to kind of execute like trust and wills and those types of things, I believe. And Michael also is a great friend of mine. Congratulations to him. Michael's actually my uncle. He's my uncle. If you don't know, he's literally my uncle. I'm just kidding. He's not my uncle. We joke around and say he's uncle, but Michael, congratulations to Michael and his family. They've got some very exciting things. I'm super happy for them. Very, very happy for them. It's good to see men be dads and, you know, do dad stuff and all those things. But anyways, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. This story here, 335 concurrent viewers. T.O. Michael. It's T.O. Michael up in here. Yeah, we'll get him on the show. But we need at least 300 likes. Smash the likes. Smash the likes of the thing. All right, shout out to Eleanor. She's my girl. But new chairman of the Oversight Committee, Rep. James Comer, has launched an investigation into the SEC's use of the IPA, Intergovernmental Personal Act. IPA reminds me of a beer. I don't really drink beer anymore. I'm more of a wine gal. I'm stepping into my wine era as a mother. I love wine. And actually, AI Wendy will get you more likes. I don't care. I can't do the AI thing. I love wine. Wine actually makes me chill. And my favorite thing to do, you guys, my favorite thing to do on the weekends is drink wine, listen to old records, slow dance, and just eat and do other things as well. That's like my favorite thing to do. It is nice when you have a person to do those things with. Anyways, so basically the Oversight Committee investigating the SEC over a potential violation of the Intergovernmental Personal Act. IPA allows federal regulatory agencies to temporarily hire workers from non-federal government departments. Committee chair said the SEC's hiring division of heads in long-term positions appear to undermine the IPA rules. So the SEC is getting investigated again. To me, this is kind of a nothing burger, but I would want to know more about what sector these employees are in, like all different stuff. Because it's just, to me, there's just a lot of, hold on a second. Oh, shout out to Crypto Law. Crypto Law just posted something. This might give a little bit more clarity because this story is a little bit confusing. All right, shout out to Crypto Law. We love Crypto Law. And I want to say that's part of John Deaton's stuff. Definitely heading in the right direction with these queries, but there has been at least one corporate fin director, Hinman, who got $15 million in pension payments, broke conflict laws, and no one was held accountable. There's a pending referral to the SEC from Empower US. All right, so let's talk about it. So basically, Hinman got $15 million in pension payments. I want to know where that who's paying for that $15 million? Who gave them Hinman that $15 million payment? Because you want to know who it was? I know who it was. It was us. It was you. It was me. It was your mom. It was your dad. It was your uncle. It was your grandma. It was your whomever. Taxpayer dollars. Why are these people getting pensions when American workers aren't getting pensions? Why? I want to know why. I need answers, and I also need you to smash that like. Just smash it, because we need to get this information out, because this is some scandalous behavior. And shout out to Hinman for being scandalous, but also shout out to Hinman for the Hinman speech and the Hinman emails that helped XRP be deemed not a security for programmatic sales on the secondary market. Yeah, baby. But it's good. They need to be probed into. However, these probes aren't going to do anything. There's going to be nothing to come about it. Why? Because they don't care about you. They don't care about you. It's just for show and fun. Hinman should give that money back and give it to underdogs of America. But it don't work that way, does it? Nope. Also, GameStop to remove crypto wallets, citing regulatory uncertainty. The company will remove its iOS and Chrome wallet extensions on November 1st. How pathetic is this? This is absolutely sad and pathetic for GameStop. Not because they're doing it, it is because they cannot. So GameStop was kind of going bankrupt, and this was going to be like a merge over. They kind of wanted to merge over into the Web3 and the digital asset, like the crypto industry. And the reason why that's important is because crypto allowed a failing company to rebrand and to possibly create a successful business model. And now they can't do that because of the lack of regulatory clarity. Why is that bad? Well, we would have a business that would be able to rebrand, pay taxes, hire people, do amazing things. But we can't do that anymore. They're not letting them do that anymore. And the reason why that's bad is because we talk about digital assets and proof of ownership, POO. We're allowing gamers to actually own their in-game assets instead of paying a bunch of money for the games. And then if they lose, like they can't transfer the assets, all kinds of stuff. And NFTs solve that. Digital assets solve that. And it would have been a perfect collaboration for GameStop for a successful rebrand. But guess what? The SEC hates you. The SEC hates you. They hate you. Companies can still rebrand. JC, you're an absolute moron. I have a clue. I literally just explained it to you. The fact that you are not understanding what I said is pathetic, okay? Yeah, they can rebrand. But when you're trying to rebrand a complete business model, the business model they have is not working. They're brick and mortar stores. Nobody uses brick and mortar stores. Thank you for the hearts. They want to merge and rebrand into Web3, into digital assets, into proof to own. If you do not understand that, you will remain poor. The lack of common sense, I don't know what to tell y'all. There is a brand new technology that would merge perfectly into a rebrand for the products and services that GameStop has to offer. But no, that doesn't make any sense. This is why y'all blame your poor financial choices on other people. Shout out to Cali Freehouse. Michael says, I fight so we can have the right to be free from control. Shout out to the 349 concur viewers, 253 likes. We need at least 350 likes. Get me up to 350 likes. No, because you know what? I'm tired of stupid people, okay? I'm tired of stupid people. Love your point blank answers. No, that's actually a good answer. It's just you're too thick. And do you talk to your mother like this? You probably talk to your wife like this too. I would imagine so. That's why some of y'all are single. No, I'm not going to calm down. This is my talk. I'm going to say what I want to do. I do what I want to do. If y'all don't like it, you could go, okay? Because the thing is I'm not going to cater to stupidity. And I'm also not going to cater to, like, if you want to debate me, you want to say, hey, you know, Wendy, I don't agree with this because of X, Y, and Z. That's fine. Give me a reason, though. If you do not give me a reason, then your opinion is invalid. Okay, that's a problem because a lot of people, men and women, do not have good communication skills. Okay, thank you so much I appreciate it. Shout out to Mr. Denali. But if you don't have communication skills, you can't articulate your point. Okay, and when we're talking about GameStop being able, a failing company being able to successfully to potentially rebrand and use a brand new technology, but they can't use that technology because of the lack of clear guidelines from the SEC. That just actually, I want to see what I want to check up hold on a second. I want to do some due diligence. So GameStop company worth. I'm just out of curiosity because this is important. No, we're going to talk about this important. So we're going to go ahead and pull up what GameStop is worth. Okay. GameStop, this is a market summary. GameStop is worth $6.28 billion. The market summary, the market capitalization. This is a $6 billion company. Okay? $6 billion company. Why does this matter? This matters because this business will fail. This will be $6 billion that will leave the market. This business cannot successfully rebrand utilizing new technology because of the lack of clear guidelines and regulations. That is a poor lack of ethos from the SEC. Okay? You should be concerned. You should be mad that a $6 billion company cannot continue to operate because there's no clear guidelines. This is America, though. This is what we're seeing happen in America. GameStop can't rebound because games don't need them. They actually do need them. I personally think if they were to successfully rebrand when it comes to crypto, Web3, proof to own, all those things, they would much be needed because they could essentially facilitate that. Okay, that's important. But, sometimes you can't just look and say, this is a pen. You need to look what's outside, what's in the long term. A pen, a camera, a ring light, all these things. Anyways, let's keep it going. Oh, my phone died. Oh, wow. TikTok was irritating me anyways. Okay, let's talk about this. This is very important. This is from Bankless. A contagion event. EVM complier Viper Lang revealed a 0-day vulnerability and DeFi is at risk of contagion event as pools drain and threats of liquidation loom. A threat. So let's kind of go through this thread and talk about what's happening because this is important. We've been talking about the curve hack, and basically it wasn't necessarily a curve hack. It had to do with the software Viper. There was a vulnerability there which caused a lot of issues. So similar to the crypto contagion, when we're talking about the centralized exchanges, everybody had their funds kind of commingled. They were getting yield from each other, loaning each other. And when Sam Bankman-Fried from FTX caused a Celsius downfall in the Voyager, he caused all of that stuff with all the market manipulation. He caused a lot of problems with project. But what happened was everybody went down. Okay, it was a big contagion. This is happening with DeFi in front of our eyes, but nobody's talking about it. And the reason why people aren't talking about it's very hard to understand. And also on-chain sleuthing is hard. You know, there's a lot of moving parts here. Plus, all the way DeFi works is very, very complex. Very, very complex. I'm going to try to get somebody on the show. To explain this on Friday. What are they sending me? Raider, TikTok, my phone died, so the live is over on TikTok. All right, let's go. Okay, let's go ahead and read part of what's going on with this story, okay? All right. Okay. So I'm going to go through the notes here and I'll give you guys my opinion as we go through. And also, please make sure to smash the like. We have almost 400 people in here. We should have at least 400 likes on YouTube. So make sure to smash the like, you guys. Let's get it up because the more likes we get, pushes information out. So according to this thread about many recent exploits and attacks, DeFi is at the risk of a contagion event. Because again, a lot of funds are commingled. There's a lot of people that have funds here, funds there, that are using this, using that. They're borrowing here to pay for this loan. They're putting money in pools, they're putting money in staking, but then they're borrowing from a separate protocol. So that's how all this stuff is related. And that's the easiest way that I can explain it. Okay. And the reason why is mainly because of the threats of liquidation. Let's talk about what liquidation means. So liquidation is when you take a loan out or you borrow money and you say, hey, you know, I'm going to borrow this money. I'm going to give you this collateral. And then a liquidation area is where if the market drops to a certain area or hits a certain area, they take your money. And that's generally executed by smart contracts when we're talking about DeFi. Okay. So again, we have people that, let's say they have a loan on Curve, but so what they did was they're staking on Curve because there's high yield, but they take the loan initially from Comp, and then the market dumps to a certain area. So then they would have to remove that staking money to pay that back. But then there's impermanent loss. There's all these different things happening. So it's just it's like a big puzzle, like web. But anyways. Vector. So a Python smart contract language for the EVM revealed malicious users have been attacking the code, resulting in unauthorized actions or theft. So basically what's happening is this programming language, the Vector, it's going in and it's doing weird stuff with a lot of the code used for pools and staking and all that type of stuff. Multiple protocols are getting compromised and estimates show as much as 70 million has been exploited. Funds are in the custody of white hats and MEV bots and were potentially recoverable. It's good that white hats stepped in, and the reason why is because with white hats, they're supposed to be the good guys. And they should be rewarded for their efforts. 4 different pools on Curve were exploited. Over 455 million in liquidity has been drained from 3 factory pools, and nearly 25 million was funneled from the Curve ETH pool. Other pools appear to be affected at this time. After the Curve ETH pool was hacked, on-chain Curve liquidity became thin, leading to price volatility. Despite the sell-off, the hackers still have proceeds. Failure of recovery will result in the sale of Curve, which could have serious implications to the lending protocols. So when we're talking about the liquidation of Curve, so if a loan gets liquidated or whatnot, it just depending on how the protocol set up, they might have to sell it on the open market. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but that will generally dump the price. Just like when there's token unlocks happening, price gets dumped because people are selling. Curve founder has multiple loans against his Curve on numerous lending protocols, largest on Aave. Okay, so again, Curve founder has multiple loans against his Curve on numerous lending protocols, largest on Aave. So again, they're intermingling funds. The price of Curve reaches the liquidation threshold, protocols will be forced to liquidate Curve positions. So it basically means we're taking your Curve, and then you can sell it on the secondary market or however that works. And again, with these lending stuff, it's like P2P lending. So it's I'm lending to you, or I'm borrowing money from you, vice versa. If the price Curve reaches liquidation threshold, protocols will be forced to liquidate Curve positions. On-chain liquidity was insufficient to liquidate the founder's position. Volatility is leading many to recover the removal of liquidity from Curve. While liquidity is still being pulled from Curve and other dexes, prices will become increasingly volatile. Lenders are racing to pull funds from money market protocols. Lenders with Curve markets may be at risk for some serious bad debt or insolvency. That's what's happening, and I understand it's a mouthful. So basically, a lot of these whales, these DeFi whales, they're using other protocols, either taking loans out or using the pool or doing whatever, and they're putting a lot of collateral up, and there's a liquidation price. Like, you can't borrow money for free. So with that liquidation price, if that particular asset hits that liquidation price, just like if you're using leverage, and that's why we say don't use more than 2 to 3 times leverage, like ever. And most of you shouldn't be using leverage at all. But these people are they've spent too much money, they're way over leveraged, too much collateral, and what can happen is, because again, there's multiple different parties involved, like Aave and Curve, maybe Maker, whatever. They're all connected because everybody's going to and from all these different platforms. And if there's big positions that get liquidated, there could be a lot of volatility. So maybe we have not seen the bottom for Bitcoin yet, because this can cause issues there, because you have to remember there's wrap Bitcoin. So I hope it made sense. It's very hard. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to Michael. Alpha, told you SBF won't be going to jail. He just did another rug right when the charges dropped. Can we guess what it was? I was there when he launched Shiba Inu with Nimaya. Shout out to Michael. Shout out to Michael. Michael's out here with all the inside information. All right, we have 350 concurrent viewers, 315 likes. I appreciate you guys. And also to $360 in super chats, okay? Thank you guys so much. All right, let's go ahead. And could it be the institutional investors trying to take out DeFi? I don't know. Lots of stuff. Okay. All right, let's get into the next story over here. And Mama's getting tired. Mama's getting real tired. Ooh, something you looked at is on sale. I don't know. So I got this thing from Target, and I wanted to buy these knives. I don't know if they're good or not. I'll check a look at them later. Anyways, let's talk about Aave. I just spit everywhere. All right, let's talk about Aave, okay? All right. So security firms shared ideas of how to prevent a future loan against $150 million worth of Curve on Aave. A risk management firm posted the proposal today on Aave community members. Proposal involves making changes to help impede additional borrowing against Curve collateral due to the recent decrease in Curve liquidity. They have until August 5th to vote. So basically, to stop this crypto contagion, Aave is stepping in and saying, hey, this is what we can do to minimize risk for Curve. And again, Maker, Aave, Curve, there's a very big DeFi firm. So it's very interesting to see them kind of step up and say, hey, we got to do this. And again, this is decentralized finance over here. So we will be updating you guys on this. Michael, if you have any additional information, please always DM me, because you're smarter than I am. But again, you guys, this is very important information to note, because a lot of people are not talking about this. Our channel is, though. Now, we mentioned this. This is an important story. The Kenyan Ministry of Interior issued a statement on Facebook which suspended the operation of local Worldcoin. The government is concerned about Worldcoin's collection of citizens' iris data, and relevant economic security data protection services have become investigations. I'm not a big government interaction person. I don't need the government to tell me what to do. In fact, the legal system has failed me. In fact, the public servants have failed me. In fact, the tax system has failed me. I have been failed so many times by people claiming to protect me in real life that I don't need anybody to protect me. It's a wild, wild west, baby. The wild, wild west, But anyways, though, let's talk about what this means. And I actually do support this type of government intervention, because I think what Worldcoin is doing is scary. So Kenya suspended Worldcoin operations due to concerns about public safety and integrity of financial transactions. The country's financial security and data protection services will investigate the legitimacy and data protection of the project. So basically, with Worldcoin, they're going out there and saying, we're going to use your biometric data. We'll give you $50. Then we're going to use that. We're going to protect it. And then we're going to give you like these world IDs. That's what they want to do, which I don't like. I don't want to give anybody my personal information. However, the world is merging to that type of stuff. We've seen this already happen in China. But again, they're using AI to facilitate this. AI will help facilitate a CBDC and UBI. It will also do a lot of predatory actions towards the people. Why? Because that's what they do. So this is an important story. Shout out to Kenya for actually standing up for its citizens. But at the end of the day, this thing is coming whether we like it or not. And I'll grift along with it for fun. I will fight to the end. I don't want to give anybody my biometric data. Are you guys going to give your biometric data up? I don't want to. Also, to you guys, 350 concurrent viewers, only 327 likes. Smash the likes, get them up. Thank you to JohnnyO and Michael for the super chats. And we have a poll at the top. Are you worried about the DeFi crypto contagion? 20% said yes, 55% said no, and 25% said pork belly. We love pork belly. Shout out to Queen. Shout out to Gamer. Shout out to Little D. Shout out to Tamra, to Oaks, to Kenyo. But you guys, So the DeFi crypto contagion is actually pretty important. Okay. What is a CBDC? It's pennies. Just kidding. I don't know. My tummy's hurting today. I had Del Taco nachos. They were so good. I highly recommend it. 10/10. All right, let's get into this story. Uniswap. This story pisses me off. Uniswap delists Hex token from interface after SEC alleges it's an unregistered security. F you, Uniswap. Literally F you for doing this. Uniswap is supposed to be a decentralized exchange, and they're not acting like one. Okay? But again, I'm going to tell y'all, Uniswap was never a decentralized exchange. They were hit with public servants and they're like, you need to do this. And they're going to collect your data. Same with MetaMask. MetaMask is not a valid way of cold storage. The best way to do cold storage is use a burner phone or to use paper wallets or desktop wallets on a device that's unplugged. But again, Uniswap, that was a really big scumbag move. Okay? It was really because they're just alleging. They are freaking alleging that Hex is a security. It's not even proven that it's a security. Am I defending Richard Hart? No. Am I defending the Hexicans? Kind of, because I don't want anybody to get hurt. But at the end of the day, it actually needs to be proven in court that Hex is a security or a Ponzi or whatever it is they're trying to claim it. And until we get more evidence with that, I'm not going to sit here and say that it is. I need more evidence. I need the courts to actually decide it. Okay. I need a Judge Torres ruling. I need a judge's ruling to say this is why, you presented the evidence and this is what's happening. Okay. Is Richard Hart a bad guy? I don't know. Did he do anything wrong? I don't know. I do know that he was on the channel and he was a big supporter of Hex, loved Hex, so good for him, and shout out to the Hexicans. But all of these unjust predatory actions from our public servants becomes problematic for me. And it's kind of like the boy that cried wolf. So I don't know. Anyways, let's go to the next story. So Sam Bankman-Fried says being put in jail violates his free speech. So of course I had to clap back because this is what I do. I says, you know what else violates free speech? Paying taxes and allowing BlackRock to own 99% of America. Also, poor people who commit petty crimes would do massive amounts of jail time because they are poor and don't have rich parents who worked with former presidents. Okay. So what does this mean right here? What do I mean? Well, I understand that Sam Bankman-Fried doesn't want to go to jail for his bad behavior, but he stole. He lied, and he didn't even have good ethics about it. I feel bad for the people who are impacted by it. I'm an FTX creditor. I think so, FTX US creditor. So that's where it gets a little bit problematic. It's like, yeah, that sucks. You did something wrong. You got caught, but you're not above anybody else. You're a human. The only thing that Sam has going for him, outside of what poor people have, he's got money. He was a top Biden donor, and his parents have worked with previous presidents, and they know Gary Gensler. Okay. So that's where it gets a little bit problematic. I understand his gripe. I'm sorry, Sam, you got to go to jail. But at the end of the day, you did bad. And it's not a violation of your free speech. You did bad. But again, entitled kids with money, people with money, they do and they say what they want to do. They do and they say what they want to do. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay. But let's talk about a little bit behind this here. Prosecutors requested a judge to revoke SBF's $250 million bond last week following the release of the leaked diary belonging to Caroline Ellison. They accused him of trying to intimidate Ellison. SBF lawyers said revoking the bond and jailing him for his speech to the New York Times last month would be a violation of his free speech rights. Okay. See, that makes sense. That's why we read these things. That makes sense. But at the same time, I get it, but people out here exposing other people, this is gross. That's gross. Lawyer Mark Cohen, who is also the attorney for one of the JE people, cough, cough, wrote to the judge, Sam's contact with the reporter was not an attempt to intimidate Miss Ellison or taint the jury pool. It was a proper exercise of his rights to make fair comment on an article already in progress for which the reporter already had an alternate source. The thing is all these MSF media people, no one even cares about what they say anymore. Because it's all paid off. So how much is he paying these people? All right. Shout out to Brian Armstrong and Jack. I don't care for you. Jack is a grifter. So Brian Armstrong, we're looking into best add Lightning Network. It's non-trivial, but I think worth doing. I'm all for payments taking off in Bitcoin. Not sure why you think we're ignoring Bitcoin. We've onboarded more people to Bitcoin than probably any other company in the world. Let's build together. Jack said to Brian Armstrong, why do you continue to ignore Bitcoin and Lightning? What crypto is better money transmission protocol and why? Okay. So this is the argument. Bitcoin maxis love Lightning Network, but let's talk about what Lightning Network actually is, okay? Lightning Network is a layer 2 solution that is built on top of Bitcoin. What it does is it helps facilitates the payments a little bit faster because it's not actually using the Bitcoin's network. It's kind of using it, but it's not because it's just a layer 2 solution. But when you use Lightning Network, you are sacrificing security. Bitcoin is one of the most secure blockchains ever created and will probably be. That may change in the future. When you're using Lightning Network, it sacrifices security. Lightning Network really hasn't taken off because it's still kind of complicated to host these nodes and to do all these things. And I love that Jack loves Bitcoin so much, but Jack really loves to use Bitcoin when it makes sense for him business-wise, okay? And I'm sure he's invested in a lot of companies that are currently invested in Lightning and all kinds of crap. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Litecoin. Maybe with Lightning Network. Maybe it'll end up going away. We don't know. All right, let's talk. This is a really good story here, okay? This is a great story over here. Wall Street Journal. Crypto is illegal in China. Binance does have $90 billion of business there anyways. Let's talk about it. Wall Street Journal reported Binance may have continued operations in China despite the country's crypto ban. Allegedly. Reported with billions of dollars worth of transactions monthly. They also say that the current former employees of Binance viewed internal figures, revealed the users traded 90 billion during a 1-month period. Binance spokesperson told Cointelegraph that Binance.com website is blocked in the country and is not accessible to China-based users. Next story about Binance. So Binance nearly shuttered U.S. exchange to protect global operations. This information. Reports say that CZ was very close to shutting down Binance U.S. earlier this year to protect the wider company. Board of directors of Binance U.S. voted on whether to liquidate the company, but could not come to a unanimous decision. And again, it is a board of directors. It wasn't CZ, and this is good. This is good that there's a board of directors of people. The reason why is because he's just not acting like the king. He is allowing other people to make decisions or to help make decisions and contribute. That's good. FTX didn't do that. Binance US CEO Brian Schroeder blocked a decision. CZ chair for Binance US and board of directors. So what does this mean? This basically means that they wanted to remove everything from the US. They wanted to remove everything from the US. And the reason why they wanted to remove everything from the US, all businesses and services and products, is because of how predatory the US is. And I'll give you all a little backstory. Back in, I want to say like 2019-ish, 2020, or before Binance launched, they had really great products and services. They had really great products and services. And then the US government said, you can't offer these here anymore. We don't want you to do that because the US public servants hate retail. If you're poor, they hate you. They don't like you. They don't want you to do good. So they says, Binance, you can't offer these products and services to people because most of Americans are not accredited investors and we want to keep them poor and stupid. That's what the SEC basically said. And you could quote me on that. So what ended up happening is Binance said, okay, fine. We didn't know, there wasn't any, laws and regulations. We tried to talk to you, didn't tell us, but we'll go ahead and move our operations overseas. But we're going to keep Binance US here. Binance US is kind of a subsidiary of Binance, but not, it's like a sister company. But with Binance US, we're just going to allow spot trading with like 5 different crypto pairs. Okay. That's great. That's fantastic. Okay. But then that wasn't good enough for the SEC. That wasn't good enough. The SEC destroyed Binance's business model in the US due to lack of clear regulations and guidelines. Then what happened was that Binance left and they created another little business just to have some help, just to have some stuff for their people in the US. But then the public servant said, no, that's not good enough either. Your business model, we don't like it. And you're selling unregistered securities, but we don't know what is a registered security or what isn't. That's what happened. So F the SEC. Really, that's what happened. That's the story. 352 likes. Make sure to smash the like. I'm talking about the Bitcoin is DeFi. It is, but it's not. All right, let's get into the next story over here. We talked about that. Okay. This is a good story over here. This is from MetaLawman. If there is a country that had to borrow $1 trillion a year to pay the interest on its national debt and had to borrow more to pay the interest on the $1 trillion it borrows to pay the interest of what it's already borrowed, I don't think I would lend that country any more money. In other news, White House angry that Fitch cuts credit rating down. So, US just got hit down. And part of the top 12 countries is with the highest debt GDP ratios is Binance, or excuse me, US is actually way down there. But basically, the United States is in trillions of dollars of debt, and we just keep letting it happen, and they just keep using our taxpayer dollars to further destroy us. So anyways, you guys, that was the show. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're watching this, please smash the like. I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to go ahead and do my second video. I got a bunch of mom stuff to do today. We got to prepare for tomorrow. Lord help me, because I'm doing this all on my own, but we got this all day long. Sending everybody love and light. Share this video. WendyO is out. Bye-bye.